find out the hard way, man. Boy, they think that because this female is giving them some good loving, some good sex in that country, that when she get over here, she gonna be doing the same thing. Bruh, if only you knew about Chad and Tyrone.
Hi guys, so I came across this video while doing a research for my other video. So on this video, this old and crusty passport bro, and I'm not the one who's calling him old and crusty, he calls himself old and crusty, and throughout the video he is talking to other old and crusty travel passport bros. He tells them that, do not bring your young foreign wife, young foreign girlfriend to America. And he is not saying, he's not telling them not to bring her here, because it's not good for her. You are taking her away from her culture, you are taking her away from her support system, you are taking her away from her family, from her friends, and the adjustment into a new country or a new culture is hard on the mental health. You know how Western country is individualistic, and that is harder for people who are coming from a more communal culture to adjust to. No, that's not why he wants her. He doesn't want the old crusty passport bros to bring their young girlfriends or wives here to America.
Chad and Tyrone will be effing your girl if you bring her back to the U.S., bro. You could go to Thailand, Brazil, Colombian, don't matter, bro. Chad and Tyrone will get to that ass. The moment she get off that plane and get over here, and she see all the Chads and Tyrones out here, she gonna go crazy. Because Chad and Tyrone, I'm telling you, Chad and Tyrone, they don't care about you, bro. They'll bang your chick in a heartbeat, especially if you bring a really pretty girl. And Chad and Tyrone like pretty girls too. And once they get a hold to your female, you can kiss her goodbye.
It is because he says that, the young women will leave them for young, good-looking guys. They will leave them for Tyrones and Chads. And this is why I say that, this idea of going abroad to look for traditional wife is exploitative, because these women are traditional not because they loved being traditional, but because they are forced to. And when you see a system that is oppressive, that is forcing women to be what they don't want to be, the right thing to do is to fight that system. But what these people, the passport bros, want to do is actually to benefit from that system, to benefit from the oppressive system. They want to keep the women in Thailand, in Kenya, or whatever poor country they go to get these women. They want to keep them in that system because that system is oppressive. That system there is a lot of poverty that keeps the women poor. And and that is exploitative. When you want to benefit from someone being in a disadvantaged position in an oppressive system, that's exploitative. So this guy is saying that, keep her there, keep her in Thailand, Philippines, or whatever other country you met her, because in those countries there is a lot of poverty. So she will be forced to tolerate you. He actually says that, the women hate sleeping with you. He's talking about, young, old guys, like 50-year-old, 60-year-old American guys, sleeping with, or, marrying, having a girlfriend that is 20 years and, 20 or younger. And he said that, those guys, those girls do not really like, sleeping with you. He actually says that, they vomit, like they swallow their vomit or something. Like,
We kept telling these old guys around 60 and 70, these women are only after the bag, and it's gonna be fake love. It's gonna be, um, it's gonna be not what they call it. It's not gonna be authentic. It's not gonna be real. Okay, she gonna be when she kissing you, she gonna be throwing up on the inside.
but they get so grossed out by the idea, by having to sleep with these old guys. So, but he said that, she has to tolerate that in her own country because she doesn't have any other opportunity. You have money, more money than the average guy she could date. So your money will make her tolerate you. But when you come to America, your money doesn't have power anymore because she will make the same money as you do, or more importantly, there will be other guys who probably have the same money you have, and they are younger and good looking, better looking than you. So he's saying that keep her in her own country, in poor nation, so that because of the poverty, you could exploit her. You could have access to her, not because she likes you, but because the poverty, the oppressive system. It's not even oppressive system politically, right? It's just the poverty. The poverty keeps, makes her submissive to you. So the submission is not coming from her, having a traditional value and saying, what, a man, I should submit to my husband. No, that's the submission, the friendly, the being friendly, being submissive is coming from her not having any other opportunity. And when you as an American wanting to keep her in that system because it benefits you, makes you an exploiter. And this is what I call the whole thing exploitative, because they're always talking about how foreign women were fit, friendly, submissive, and feminine. But the submissiveness, the friendliness comes from the foreign women living in desperate economic situation. It doesn't come from the women having a different traditional view. If you have traditional view, you come here to America, you will still have it. At least it will, it will not change like that. Like, it will not change. Like, the moment you see a Tyrone or a Chad, you will not run away with him, because you still have your value, right? Your values. If you truly are a submissive traditional woman, coming to America will not change your values like that, right away. The reason it changes is because she didn't have that value. She was just forced to have that value because of the desperate economic situation that she was living in. And these people, knowing that the women are living in desperate economic situation, and instead of trying to alleviate that, they want to exploit that desperation. It makes these people exploitative, right? It makes them predator, right? Because they see someone in desperate situation, and instead of trying to help that person, they try to see, how could I benefit from that person's desperation? How can I benefit from that person being in a precarious condition? That is what a predator does, right? A predator sees someone in distress, sees someone weaker than them, sees someone not having the same opportunity as them, and instead of trying to help them, they try to exploit the situation, right? So yeah, and this guy is basically saying that he is an old crusty predator, an old crusty exploiter. And this is actually one reason that if you are going abroad, you meet a girl, you like her, and you don't want to bring her here because you love the culture there, you love her family, you are you really like the country, you like to live there. And also you notice that she has such a close relationship with her family, with her culture, you don't want to disrupt that. That is that is actually a very human thing to do, a very decent thing to do. But if you are going abroad and you don't want to bring the girl you love, the girl you marry, the girl you are dating, if you don't want to bring her here because you don't want to have we don't want her to have economic opportunities, you are afraid that if she is making good money, if she's making as much money as you are, or if she had other men with money to compete for her, then she will leave you. Then that's exploitation. That's pure exploitation. And because you want to exploit the desperation, you want to keep her in desperate position, in an economically disadvantaged position, so that you will have access to her. So that is exploitation. I want to add two more things too. One is how this guy is saying a lot of gross stuff, a lot of things that the average person would find gross. He's talking about them in public, like when he talked about 70-year-olds and 60-year-olds marrying 20-year-olds. That is, for the average person, that is disgusting. But this guy is talking about it in public as if it is a normal thing, that he cannot see how disgusting that is for the average person. Even when he was talking about him being crusty, but not caring, because if he has money, his money would cover, would do the heavy lifting. He is not planning to change his crustiness. He's not planning to work on his crustiness. Instead, he is just going to use his money to get a young, attractive girl in foreign lands. And he's saying that in public. And I'm like, why are you saying so many disgusting things in public? Then I realized it's because he probably doesn't realize how disgusting the things he says are, because people like him live in the manosphere echo chamber, in the passport bro echo chamber. So whatever he's saying is, it's considered normal in that echo chamber. Because I have noticed that these passport bros, these manosphere guys, they live in insular world. There is no outside interaction. So whatever they say is, accepted by, by that echo chamber. The other thing I wanted to say is the average passport bro probably looks like this guy. The average passport bro is probably over 40 and not a really middle class income person, because this guy, if you listen to him, it's obvious that he doesn't have a lot of money. Because the passport bros are trying to to convince you that they are middle or high middle class income. In reality, because they say, because they can afford to buy tickets to fly abroad, or have enough money to get a passport, they must be rich. No, I mean, I actually just I lost my passport, my American passport, and I applied for replacement. It's like $135. And remember, passports last for 10 years, so you don't really need that much money to get a passport. And flying is not that expensive. And so it's like being able to fly, being able to to get an American passport doesn't mean you are middle class income. It just means, it's not, it doesn't. Yeah, but so going back to the point I was making, the average passport pro is probably crusty and old like this guy, and semi broke, or if not semi broke, just a lower middle class person. And I actually think there is an Austin Holman blew up. He always talking about how he went from obscurity to like boom, from having like 150 followers or something, like in less than 2 months he got over like thousands and thousands of followers is because he is young and I don't know if he's good looking because I mean I don't know if he's good looking in person, but he's telegenic, right? That is because passport bro community wants the public face of their movement to be a telegenic young person. So they want him to be the public face of passport bro, because the real face, which is this guy, is really not that telegenic, and he's old and almost broke. I mean, we don't. So yeah, this is actually the real face of passport bros, this guy. And that is one reason I do not like it when passport bros try to blame young people like Austin for how passport broing is being associated with degeneracy, because most of the passport bros are men who look like this guy. They are men over in their 40s. I think he's probably in his 50s, or if not older. So I just wanted to say that, and let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.